Welcome back all of you to the online class of biology. So we were studying chapter 4, the animal kingdom, and we have already completed the non-chordate phyla. Then what we have started with the chordates, the special characters of chordate we have discussed. The difference between chordates and non-chordates we have discussed, and I have told you there are three types of or three subphyla in the chordata, that is Urochordata, then Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. Okay, and we have also studied Vertebrata is divided into Agnatha and Gnathostomata, and Agnatha includes what? Jawless animals. And we have studied about the class Cyclostomata. Now we have to move on to the next topic, that is Gnathostomata, okay, that are having jaws. Okay, jaws are there in them, and this is divided into two super classes, that is Spices and Tetrapoda. Okay, and now we are going to study about the Spices. So the superclass Spices includes Chondrichthyes and Osteichthyes. You have studied this. Chondrichthyes means cartilaginous fishes. Okay, so when you take the characters of this, okay, they are marine, then with streamlined body, okay, means both the anterior and posterior ends are pointed. Okay, then another important feature of this is they are having what? Cartilaginous endoskeleton. Okay, we have studied that the what bones and cartilage is there. So the endoskeleton of this chondrichthyes are made up of cartilaginous skeleton. Okay, and you can see that mouth is located at the tip. Okay, sorry, ventrally, not at the tip. Okay, you can see the mouth in the ventral side. In the ventral side, this is the dorsal side and this is the ventral side. So near to this only you can see the the mouth. Okay, then notochord is persistent. Notochord is seen all through the life. Gill slits are separate without operculum. Okay, so operculum have you seen? That is in aquarium and all, if you see, you can see that when the fishes take water or when they breathe, a flap like structure moves up and down. Okay, so that is called what? Operculum. But here you cannot see any operculum. Okay, and gill slits you can see here. Gill slits. Okay, gill slits are there. Slits means what? Small openings. Okay, so in this region you can see the gill slits. Okay, and it is not covered by any operculum. Operculum is absent in them. Okay, the skin is tough and they are having a kind of scale known as placoid scales. Okay, placoid scales are there. So what is placoid scale? The special type of scales that is present in chondrichthyes. Okay, then teeth are there. Actually they are the modified placoid scales itself, and jaws are there, that is powerful. But in the previous group, okay, class, there was no jaws. Okay, and there is no air bladder. Okay, so they have to swim continuously to avoid sinking. Okay, so as they are what? Cartilaginous fishes. Okay, so cartilage is lighter than bones, isn't it? So there is no air bladder. In bony fishes, what is there? Air bladder is there, which gives buoyancy. Okay, but here there is no air bladder, but to maintain or to swim, okay, or to maintain the balance, they have to swim continuously. Okay, continuously they'll be swimming. Okay, then heart is two chambered. Okay, fishes are having two chambered heart. Okay, then some of them are having what? Electric organs. Okay, electric fish ray, have you heard? Which can produce electricity. And some are poisonous. They are having poisonous sting. Okay, and they are typically poikilothermous animals. Poikilotherms means what? Their body temperature changes according to the atmospheric temperature. Sexes are separate. Okay, and males, they are dioecious, and males are having what? Claspers. Claspers means the pelvic fin. Okay, see, there are different types of fins in them which help them to swim, and in the pelvic fin there is what? Claspers. This claspers help them to what? To swim, to hold the females, okay, during copulation. Okay, and they are having internal fertilization, and okay, many of them are viviparous. Viviparous means they lay eggs. So once again conclude the characters of cartilaginous fishes or chondrichthyes. Okay, the mouth is at the ventral side, the cartilaginous, the endoskeleton is cartilaginous. Okay, then operculum is absent with gill slits. Okay, then what? Placoid scales are there. Okay, and then air bladder is absent and they have to swim continuously to maintain the balance. Examples are what? Electric ray. Okay, then trigon, etc. are examples of what? The pristis, scoliodon, sharks, etc. are examples of what? Chondrichthyes. Okay, so understood now about the chondrichthyes. Next is osteichthyes. Osteichthyes means bony fishes. Okay, bony fishes. So what do you mean by bony fishes? Their endoskeleton is made up of bones. Okay, body is streamlined. Then what? Mouth is terminal. Okay, see here, you can see the mouth is at the tip of the fish. Okay, if this is the what? Fish, then at its tip you can see the fish, but in the other one, where you can see in the ventral side, somewhat here, if this is the dorsal side, here only you can see the what? The mouth in case of chondrichthyes, but in case of osteichthyes the mouth is present at the tip of them. Okay, at the tip. Understood? Then 4 pairs of gills are there and they are covered with operculum. That is another important feature. Okay, they are having operculum. Operculum, I told, no, when you observe the aquarium or something like that, a flap like lid like structure will move up and down on both the sides of the head. Okay, this is actually the operculum. Understood? Then 2 types of scales are there. Scales are of ctenoid or cycloid scales, but in there, how it was? Placoid scales. These are 3 types of scales present in where? Fishes. Okay, cycloid, placoid and ctenoid. So cycloid and ctenoid is present in where? Bony fishes, and placoid scales are present in the what? Chondrichthyes. Air bladder is there, that helps to control the buoyancy. Okay, or that gives buoyancy. Heart is 2-chambered. In Pisces, heart is 2-chambered. Cold-blooded animals means what? Their body temperature varies according to the atmosphere. Sexes are separate. Okay. Fertilization is external. Okay. They are, how it was? Their fertilization is internal, isn't it? And I told there are certain special structures known as claspers on males that helps the fishes to hold the females. Okay, then or attached to the females. Then here, but the fertilization is external, means both male and female gametes will be what? Released into the water, and there only they what? Fuse. Then they are oviparous. Oviparous means they lay eggs. Okay, and development is direct. There is no larval stages. Next, we are going to study about the superclass Tetrapoda. In that, we have studied that different classes are there, like amphibia. Okay, so amphibia means, amphi means what? Dual. Okay, bios means life. So amphibia means which can live in both both what? In water and in the terrestrial habitats. Okay, so there are two pairs of limbs. That's what it is coming under what? Tetrapoda, 4 limbs. Okay, and body is seen to be divided into a head and trunk. Okay, tail is present only in some forms like salamanders. Okay, then there is no scales in their skin. Okay, eyes are having eyelids. These are all special characters. Okay, and a tympanum, the ears are represented by a membrane, and that is known as what here? Okay, that is known as the tympanum. Okay, tympanum. Understood? In this region it will be. And then another important feature, the alimentary canal, urinary bladder, urinary system, okay, that is excretory system, and reproductive tract, all that will be opening into a common chamber called cloaca. Okay, and this cloaca, there is no separate opening for all the systems. Okay, so alimentary canal, then what? Excretory waste materials, that is urine, and what? Reproductive tracts, all this open into a common chamber, and that is known as what? Cloaca, and that opens to the exterior. Okay, and for respiration, different organs are there. In some of them, gills. Okay, or in the larval stages also, they are what? Just like fishes. Okay, they are more similar to the fishes. So they are having gills, then what? Lungs, or they can also respire through the skin. Okay, moisture skin. Okay, and the heart is 3 chambered, that is 2 auricles are there and 1 ventricle. Okay, cold blooded animals. Okay, or poikilotherms. What do you mean by cold blooded animals? They can change that body temperature according to the atmospheric temperature. Okay, and sexes are separate, means males and females are there. Fertilization is external. External means outside the body only fertilization of male and female takes place. Is it clear? That is, the male and female sperms will be released into the water, and there they will go and fuse. Understood? Examples of this are, okay, toad, frog, tree frog, salamanders. Okay, so all these are examples. Okay, buffo, rana, hyla, salamander. And for this one, bony fishes, what are the examples? Hippocampus, cutla. Okay, so these are examples of what? Osteichthyes. And for this one, I told toads, frogs. Okay, then what? Salamanders, etc. So understood? The next group of, or next class of superclass tetrapoda is reptilia. Okay, reptilia. So reptilia means, okay, that name itself came from their creeping habit. Okay, creeping habit or crawling mode of locomotion. Okay, so they are the first organism, they are completely what? Adapted to live in the terrestrial conditions with the dry skins. Okay, then epidermal scales, scutes, etc. are helping them to have a terrestrial life. Okay, and they are also not having external ear or openings, and the ear is represented by the tympanum. That is a membranous structure. Okay, and if limbs are there, they will be in pairs. Okay, heart is 3 chambered, but crocodiles, even though they are coming under reptilia, they are having 4 chambered heart. Okay, 4 chambered heart is there. Then, and you can see that 3 chambered heart in that. In the ventricle, septal formation is there, but it is not complete, so that what? The ventricle is not completely divided into left and right chambers. Otherwise, septal formation are there, but it is not complete. So we consider them as only three chambered. Okay, or you can say it as partially four chambered, but it is completely four chambered in where? Crocodiles. Okay, and they are also poikilotherms. Understood? And they show some of them can shed their skin. Okay, their scales and skins can be casted or can shed. Understood? Then sexes are separate. Separate means they are both male and female are different. Fertilization is internal. Okay, and they are oviparous. Oviparous means what? Egg laying. So can you give examples? Our dinosaur, okay, was coming under this. Then turtles, tortoise, okay, lizards, then what? Crocodiles, alligators, okay, then what? Snakes. All these are coming under this class. Okay, so due to particular mode of locomotion, they got the name what? Reptilia. And then what I said? They are the animals fully adapted to live in land. And there are what? The skin is covered. The skins are having what? The epidermal scales or scutes. Tympanum is the ear. Okay, then limbs, if it is there, for example in snakes there is no, isn't it? No limbs are there, and if limbs are there, they will be in pairs. Heart is three chambered, or you can say partially four chambered, but there are forms which are having completely four chambered heart. Example is crocodile. Okay, they are poikilotherms. What do you mean by poikilotherms? Cold blooded animals, means their body temperature varies according to the environmental temperature. Okay, and they, some of them can shed their what? The skins or scales. Okay, and sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal. Examples also I told. So hope you understood this. Okay, then next group is what? Class aves. Okay, aves are what? The organisms which are characterized by the presence of feathers. Okay, feathers are there in them and they are able to fly. But there are exceptions. Flightless birds are also there. For example, ostrich. Okay, but almost all the members of aves are able to, or they are having a flight mode of living. Okay, they can fly and they possess a beak. Okay, then forelimbs are modified into wings and the hind limbs have scales and they are modified for walking, swimming, clasping. Okay, the tree branches. Okay, they actually never this birds will lie down and sleep. What they do, they hold with their the legs, or this one, with their legs, and they sleep in the what, in the branches of the trees only. Okay, so for this also the legs are useful, limbs. Okay, hind limbs. Then skin is dry without any glands, but there are oil glands. Okay, other glands are absent, but oil glands are there at the base of the tail. Okay, so you would have seen sometimes these birds are sitting and taking something from their tail portion and spreading to their feathers. Actually, they are spreading the oil from the oil gland to different parts of the, means to the feathers. Okay, then endoskeleton is bony. Ossified means what? Bony. And long bones are having air cavities. That kind of bones are known as pneumatic bones. Okay, pneumatic bones. What are they? Pneumatic. P is silent. Okay, so pneumatic bones are there. And the digestive tract is having additional chambers, crop and gizzard. Okay, actually the birds, how they eat the grains, have you seen? Suddenly, means immediately they finish lot of grains, so without chewing and all, simply they swallow. Okay, so there are additional chambers in the digestive system to store this food, and slowly they will digest. Okay. Heart is completely four-chambered, and they are warm-blooded animals. Warm-blooded animals are also known as what? Homeotherms. Okay, homeothermous animals. Why? This is the reason why their heart is completely four-chambered. So, to maintain this body temperature, or the warm-blooded animals need more energy. For what? For maintaining the temperature stable. So for this more energy is needed, and that's what their heart is completely four chambered, so that instant supply of oxygen is assured. There is no mixing up of blood, oxygenated and non-oxygenated blood in them. Understood? So they are like that. Okay. Then respiration is by lungs, and there are additional chambers, okay, or sacs that are connected to lungs for respiration. Sexes are separate. Male and female are different in birds. Fertilization is internal, means the fertilization of male and female gametes takes place inside the body of the females, and they are oviparous and development is direct, means no larval stages. Egg hatches directly to form the organism which is similar to the adult. Okay, so can be asked, what are the flight adaptations found in birds? So what all you can say? Okay, their body is having what? Feathers. Okay, and wings. Forelings are modified into wings. Then skin is dry, and they are having what? Oil glands. Then the long bonds are having cavity in them, and they are known as pneumatic bonds. Okay, so what happens? That reduces the weight, isn't it? And they can fly. So if weight is more, then they cannot fly. Okay, then the digestive system is having additional chambers like rope and gizzard. Then they are homeothermic, means what? Warm-blooded animals, and the heart is completely divided into four chambers. Okay, four chambers. Examples of birds are what? Crow, pigeon, parrot, okay, ostrich, then what? Peacock. You know, many birds. Okay, all the birds are coming under class Aves. So the next class is class Mammalia. Okay, Mammalia are what? They can live in different habitats like polar caps, deserts, mountains. So they are also wild spreaded. Okay, and some are able to fly. Okay, they are exceptional cases, and some are able to live in water. For example, what? Whales, dolphins, etc. are not fishes. They are not coming under Pisces. They are actually what? Only mammals, but they are adapted to live. Okay, and the different characters of them, if you consider, the first and foremost thing is their mammary glands produce milk, and by which the young ones will be nourished. And there are two pairs of limbs. Okay, the forelimbs and the hind limbs. Forelimbs and hind limbs, and they are adapted for walking, running, climbing, burrowing, swimming, etc. Okay, and the skin is unique, and they possess hairs. Okay, hairs are there. The skin is having hairs. Then what? And the skin is having glands also, sweat glands. Okay, sebaceous glands or oil glands are there. Then external ear or pinnae is there. Okay, external ear or pinnae is the important feature of mammals. Teeth are present in the jaw. Okay, and heart is four chambered, and they are homeothermous, means body temperature is constant, isn't it? If we go to any polar region or in the hilly region, if the temperature of outside is lower, then also our temperature will be normal, isn't it? Then respiration is by lungs, Sexes are separate and fertilization is internal. They are viviparous. That is another important feature. What do you mean by viviparous? They give birth to young ones. Okay, and the young ones will be means nourished by the milk of the mammary glands. Viviparous means what? The organisms which give birth to young ones are known as what? Viviparous, isn't it? So all this phyla we have studied that they were different classes. I have told you they are oviparous. They are laying eggs. But these mammals are what? They give birth to young ones. Okay, they give birth to young ones. Clear? Then sexes are separate and fertilization is internal. Okay, so mammals characters, if you take, what are the major characters of mammals? They are what? Having mammary glands, viviparous, their body is covered with hair, external ear or pinnae is there, isn't it? And teeth are present in the jaws, heart is four-chambered, homeotherms, etc. Isn't it? Examples of this mammalia are what? Kangaroo, okay, fox, camel, human being, rat, dog, elephant, all these are coming under what? The class Mammalia. So is it clear? So all this different phyla we have studied. So a comparative what a table is given for comparison of all this. Just go through this. Okay. So this was the chapter. So from where we have started? From the Porifera, isn't it? Phylum Porifera. Okay, kingdom Animalia is divided into different phyla. So go through this, underline the difficult words, read it 2-3 times. Once you write like this, you learn this. Okay, then only it will become easy. Hope you understood this much. Thank you.